The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Vernon. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Burrow on play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Vernon. Short throw, it's Higbee. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Titans at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Titans getting set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals 9-yard line.
On the option, here's Spears. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guy.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Now a handoff up the middle. Franklin trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. It's Burrow. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, it's Franklin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Vernon. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Vernon. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2 yards, good enough for a first. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. It's Franklin, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out come the Titans now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Vernon, throw left side, complete. That's Boyd. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Vernon. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's caught. Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on 1st down. Franklin brought down on the play by Amani Hooker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, it's Franklin. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Baldwin with it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work free from one tackle. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Handoff to Spears. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. That's to the tight end, Wiley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw again. He's got Higbee complete right side. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's 2nd and 8. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 16-13, your final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Ravens looking to improve their record to 6-1 if they can finish that one off. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Bengals first down.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Franklin. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
At the Titans' 6-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the pylon. one caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Vernon. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action. Vernon. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the Titans first down. First and 10.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Short throw. It's Higbee. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 9 now. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. That's caught by Jennings. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Vernon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Vernon. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught. It's Cunningham. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Cunningham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Yoshivas. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's caught. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 2nd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Operating from the gun, Vernon. He completes it to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw, Vernon. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Vernon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
That's another Tennessee Titan.
Back to throw again. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And a loose football. And the Bengals Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's Thomas on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Vernon. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Titans first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll run on first down. Franklin, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Cunningham. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cincinnati, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get another road test